Good morning, children. This is the continuation of the lesson 2, Land, Soil and Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resource. This is the second video. Now, that in that first video, we have seen about land, soil and water. Now, this video contains the natural vegetation. The first one is biosphere. What do you mean by biosphere? It is a narrow zone between the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. So, biosphere is the narrow zone of three spheres. Then, ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Living being interrelated and interdependent on each other for survival. This life supporting system is known as ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Forest. What is the natural vegetation? Forest, grassland, shrub, tundra. Then various types of forest we have already learned in the last year, 7th, grade 7th, about the types of forest, deciduous forest, coniferous forest, and also that evergreen forest. So the vegetation depends on temperature and moisture. Depends of the temperature only, the forests are growing. You have seen in the coniferous forest, and because of the moisture we have seen in that in here in Bengal we are having that kind of the saline forest. Next one, again, natural vegetation means biosphere, ecosystem, and also forest, grassland, shrub and tundra. Various types of forest. What are they? Evergreen forest, deciduous forest. So the forest depends upon the temperature as well as the moisture only. Next, we have to see wildlife. What is wildlife? It depends upon the animals, birds, insect, aquatic life, etc. So, wildlife includes animals, birds, insect, as well as the aquatic life form. What they will, the animals uses of, what are the uses of animals? You have seen in the lower grade itself. They provide us milk, meat, heat, hide, and wool. So insects like bees provide us honey, help in the pollination of flowers, and also important role they play as a decomposer in the ecosystem. The vulture, the vulture was considered as a scavenger again. So the wildlife means animals, birds, insect as well as the aquatic life form. What they provide us milk, meat, hide. Then next we have to see about that why we have why we have to keep conservation of natural vegetation and the wildlife. The conservation of natural vegetation, the first we are having so many, that means national park, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserve are made to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. So the national parks wildlife we have seen that this so many species or types of trees were kept, and also in order to safeguard they are having a lot of methods to keep that. Then conservation of the creeks also. And next we have Vana Mahotsava. What is it, Vana Mahotsava? It is encouraged by the community. School children should be encouraged so that there must be awareness of the keeping the vegetation and the tree plants. We have seen in our school also we have went for the tree plantation. Why? So that we must know the value of the vegetation, and also to in India, killing lions, tigers, deer, great Indian bustards and peacocks was considered as a illegal. In India, what are they? Killing lions, tiger, deer, great Indian bustard, and peacocks were considered as a what is it? It is illegal. Then poaching. Next one. See here, you can see from the little chart, that is biosphere. It is the contract of the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Wildlife, animals, birds, insects help for the animals and the birds. Insects help for the pollination, and also the birds. The vegetation scavengers, what a decomposer, vulture was considered as a scavenger. And then we are having the vegetation depends upon the temperature and moisture. Evergreen forests. In the evergreen forest, they do not shed their leaves in any season. So the deciduous evergreen forests do not shed their leaves simultaneously. Deciduous forests shed their leaves in a particular season to conserve the loss of moisture through transpiration. Next, the conservation. Poaching animal. What do you mean by poaching? That means killing the animals. One of the major concern as poaching result is that means why they are poaching. That is the difference between hunting and poaching. What is poaching? Some of these animals were for the collection were killed for the collection and illegal trade of hide, skin, nail, teeth, horn as well as feathers also. Some of these animals were tiger, lion, elephant, deer, blackbuck, crocodile, and these also conserved by increasing awareness. Then then Vanamohotsava school children awareness were motivated. Then what do you mean by CITES? CITES. What is it? The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. It is an international agreement between government. It aims to ensure that international trade in specimens of wild animal and plant. It does not threaten their survival. So we are having the animal sanctuary and also bird sanctuaries in order to protect. Here they have given little pictures. See here the tigers project and also the lion project, and the students are planting the trees. Next, we have the little photo about that the Cinereus vulture. It was near the threatened species. It was photoed in Rajasthan. Next, we have the photo of Vulcan. It is was in Chennai only. It was taken. Then another one, flamingo. It was taken in the Pulicat Lake Sanctuary in Tamil Nadu. Again, I would like to recollect what we then another one, yellow-eyed pigeon. It was a it is in the national park of Rajasthan. So again I would recall the biosphere, natural vegetation, wildlife, how why we have to take conserve the natural vegetation. Okay, so this lesson is a very interesting for you, I think. So go through the lesson once again in the second video. I am going this is the second video for the continuation of the first lesson. After seeing the two videos, a little worksheet was given and try to write for this. Thank you.